Hello everybody, my name is the narrator, and I have a story to tell you about a young warrior Tauren called FunTimeFrank. FunTimeFrank didn't want to fight, FunTimeFrank just lived to dance. But FunTimeFrank heard some very disturbing news coming from the Northern Barrens. That a group of orcs calling themselves the Kor'kron had taken over the land, dug it up, burnt it, and also killed many a troll in the process. So it wasn't actually all bad. But FunTimeFrank wasn't happy with this news, and so set out on a mission to the Northern Barrens to fight these awful usurpers and see whether or not he could save the day. But FunTimeFrank had no money. He was poor. He was a farmer's son. He just danced and didn't make a lot of money because he wasn't really a good dancer. And so upon leaving back towards home, he saw this bird fly in from the east and then suddenly transform itself into a man of mere skin and bone. "Monies!" he cried, but the guy just flew off and stuff, and so he still didn't have any money. So Frank decided once more it was time to go home. But before he did, he said, "Sod this for a sausage sandwich. I'm going to go to the local pub and have a beverage or two. Who knows what might actually happen in that time?" Well, it just gave me the opportunity to log off and log back in and give some money to my other account. Anywho, waking up the next morning, FunTimeFrank found some money in his mailbox, and so his quest to the Northern Barrens could continue. He ran henceforth to the flight master and said, "To Orgrimmar," he said, and the flight master was like, "Why are you speaking to me in that stupid voice? You just speak normally like this, you silly titty-moo poo-poo cow." But Frank, he was undeterred and flew off to the capital city of Kalimdor. Upon arriving, he danced for the local people, but they weren't interested in dancing with him. They wanted to set him up to do mundane tasks. FunTimeFrank didn't want to level up. FunTimeFrank just wanted to dance. Alas, he decided to leave the capital city, unable to gain any allies, and would henceforth move solo and alone, but undeterred, towards the Northern Barrens. He left the steel city of Orgrimmar, its industrial smoke burning in his nose, the timbers towering above his poor little moo cow face. He would succeed. His hooves touched the burnt and orange soil of Durotar. He was undeterred and must carry on forward. With a clippity-clop, he found himself in the Northern Barrens. He actually took a wrong turn. He was meant to go up there and get the flight path, but totally forgot. So he ended up having to run down south, desperate to find these Kor'kron people and discover what they're up to, and whether or not they would strike him down as a mere level 1 character. And soon he saw in the distance his nemesis camp. Their fires were raging into the sky, and Frank knew his destiny was secured. He would succeed or he would die. But upon arriving in his Kor'kron camp, he discovered they were very neutral to his presence. Nobody wanted to attack him. Nobody wanted to dance with him, though. And FunTimeFrank realized if there was going to be any altercation here, then it would be by his own doing, and not that of the Kor'kron. So FunTimeFrank was filled with renewed hope that the Northern Barrens would not become a ganking ground for low levels getting in the way of the Alliance and wait a minute. But if this area isn't phased, then that means that the Alliance can just go around ganking low-level horde. Never mind. FunTimeFrank, he was undeterred. He didn't mind. because FunTimeFrank, he just wanted to dance. That's all he has ever wanted to do, is to dance. I hope you enjoyed my little story of this brave young Tauren Warrior called FunTimeFrank. Please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on the Tweeting Bird and also on the Book of Many Faces. And I shall return with many more stories very soon indeed. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye. I am never, ever doing that again.